Last kind of thing I want to ask you, and this is kind of just a rumor that's been going around. It's kind of, I just want to hear what you have to say. Jalen Ramsey is reportedly going to get dealt this offseason. The Rams are in cap hell. By the way, for all you dweebs out there who says the cap isn't real, oh, teams are going to work around it. No, you have to pay the price. It comes. Good thing they got their Super Bowl. They had their fun, cool, but now they're paying the price. So because it's a cap casualty, the Rams are more than likely going to trade away Jalen Ramsey. How much do you think Jalen Ramsey will get in terms of trade back, and what teams do you think make the most sense for Jalen Ramsey?
I don't think he gets much. I'm thinking a team that trades for Jalen. I think he could go for a 3.
Okay.
He may go for a 2. I think it's more likely that he goes for a 2. I wouldn't trade a 2 for Jalen Ramsey, because of that money, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're trading for Jalen Ramsey, right, you're trying to win the Super Bowl, and if you're trying to win the Super Bowl, you don't have money because you're already paying your good players. So it's pretty much a team that could trade for Jalen right now is like the Bears. The Bears don't need Jalen Ramsey. They don't want Jalen Ramsey. Team that could
they're going to be
Ramsey.
A young team. They don't want an aging corner. No.
The Bills could use him. The Ravens could use him. The Niners could use him.
They don't have any fucking money.
They can't get him. So if they want to get him, it's like, oh, you pay the Rams 3 firsts to take the cap, but it's like that doesn't help the Rams because they can't take the cap. That's why they're trading him.
Yeah,
I feel like he's not going to go for much because
I see a lot of people. Demand. I've seen a lot of people say that he's going to go to the Bengals, and my question is, where the fuck are they going to get the money? They're already going to lose Jesse Bates because of money. They have to pay T. Higgins, and they're probably going to pay Joe Burrow. Where does that leave any money for Jalen Ramsey? And like you were saying, teams like the Bears, the Texans. Okay, yes, could they make the trade for Jalen Ramsey? Yeah. What the fuck would they do with an aging corner on a young rebuilding roster? That makes no sense. I think the team that makes the most sense is probably the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys have a vacant spot at cornerback 2 outside of Trayvon Diggs. And I think the Cowboys are, like you said, a team that has enough money and think that they can go and win a Super Bowl with Jalen Ramsey. The Cowboys, I think, are overrated every year, and I think most people do. But the Cowboys, I will say one thing about Jerry Jones is he always believes in his team, and he always buys in. You never really have seen the Cowboys rebuilding. It's because Jerry Jones wants to win the Super Bowl every year. So I think the Cowboys are a team that makes a lot of sense. Jerry Jones would be aggressive enough. The Cowboys do have a decent amount of money. They do think they can win the Super Bowl. I would put, if he does get traded, which I think is a pretty high likelihood, I'd put my money on the Cowboys, if I'm being honest.
I think for me, it's 2 teams. Cowboys, I like that you brought them up. I think the Raiders, they have the money.
Yeah, but do you think the Raiders think they're going to win the Super Bowl? Or they're just stupid enough to make a trade?
Here's the thing. Raiders fans think that they can win the Super Bowl, even though they're playing in a really tough division. But
with the team that just won the Super Bowl,
It's like, I feel like the way that they've built their roster, they're just sending it on aging, extremely high contracts. Devontae, Darren Waller,
Chandler Jones.
Yeah. They may go after Rodgers, right?
Oh my God. They're probably going to go after Rodgers or Derek Carr. Yeah.
What do you mean they're not going after Derek Carr?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking the Jets. I'm sorry.
They're going after vets. I think that's clear, and I think their mentality, Al Davis starting at the top, is just they suck so bad at getting in young talent and evaluating talent. They want players that are proven. Yeah, and that is why they go after everyone. And they had a
generationally awful 3-year stretch of draft where all of the players either sucked, did make the final roster, or were just criminals and just got booted from the league for just being criminals. So the Raiders have no faith in their drafting ability, which that's how you build a good team. That's what you understand. You can't have a competing team without good draft picks. The Chiefs drafted Patrick Mahomes. They drafted Travis Kelce. The Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts. Every good team has at least 5 or 6 really, really good players that they drafted themselves, right? That's just the fact of the matter. So Jalen Ramsey, the Cowboys, that makes a lot of sense. The Raiders, I think, again, they're stupid enough. They have money. But if I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What's another team that makes sense?
I think he gets cut.
The Giants could. They don't have money after they pay Daniel Jones and Saquon. They probably won't have money.
Yeah, Daniel Dollars, but we're gonna have to call him Daniel.
Maybe the Panthers. Maybe the Panthers. They got a decent amount of money, and they think. I mean, they're probably gonna win the division.
I don't think they do because they just messed up when they went after Stephon Gilmore, another high contract.
But that was a fifth. That was like a fifth-round pick they gave up, though. So
yeah, I know, but it's like it didn't work. like it just happened to him where it didn't work. Like here's the thing, like Jalen Ramsey, he's not going to go out there and be prime Jalen Ramsey. If he goes out there and he's playing alongside a really good defense, I think, and really good corners. I don't know if the Panthers have the defense, even though I love their defense. And
the front seven's really good.
The front seven's really good. They're starting J.C. Horn, very good.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's like I don't know if Jalen Ramsey would go out there in that division and just be like, all right, I'm gonna lock up Mike Evans twice a year. I'm gonna lock up. We'll see. Maybe Chris Olave or maybe it's Michael Thomas if he's there. Mr. soon to be like $500 million in 1 year.
Right.
Mr. Roll it over.
Yeah.
Mr. Layaway, I'll call him that.
Mr. Layaway.
Or even, go out there and match up against Drake London. Like, that would be brutal. Like, I feel like I would rather just not trade for him and draft somebody else. Like, come on. Like, if we're being honest, like at 12, draft a corner. If you're
Witherspoon, yeah.
Like, draft, I wouldn't draft Witherspoon.
You don't like Witherspoon? I think he's my favorite corner.
No, I don't.
Maybe I'm biased because I'm from Illinois, but I really like Witherspoon.
That's extreme bias right there.
He's definitely the most physical corner. I think he's great for the Lions, to be honest.
No, I think Witherspoon's a back end first. But I guess I just want to. If I'm them, I'm drafting Joey Porter.
Okay.
Now, if I'm a Ravens fan, I don't want to draft Joey Porter because I want Joey Porter.
Yeah, I want Joey Porter. Shit, Seahawks. You got 2 first-round picks, bro. Take Joey Porter at like 20. He could be a Seahawk. Future Seattle dynamic duo: Tariq Woolen and Joey Porter.